All right, so as we close it off, and perhaps you're just joining us right now, so we're happy to have you, but we're talking about this idea of mental health, the importance of mental health awareness and what that means. You know what I mean? I know that in specific cultures, because there was not a name for it, we just either call it madness, we just called it madness because we didn't know what to put with. Now, one of the issues he was talking about earlier was this idea of the inability to show an emotion. So if you come to a parent, a guardian, a trusted loved one, and you come to them vulnerably, crying, or you express yourself about something, and you are called weak or you are called a coward, does that somehow impact in our opening up about these issues, and we just borrowed up these things?
Yes, it impacts because now you are sort of being judged. You are not being accepted when you are looked as someone who's weak.
Yeah.
So, but if we could be compassionate and be empathetic towards one another, to put yourself in someone's shoes so that you don't judge the person, you could help.
Yeah.
For people to come out and want to talk about what they are going through, either men or women.
Yeah. You guys are part of a really awesome initiative, because I think one way to be able to brighten up anybody's day is to show them a random act of kindness. You know what I mean? There are people who, that one morning, they were just on the edge, and you saying good morning or you helping open a door could go far. And so it's not necessarily a normal practice. You know what I mean? This generation is plagued, especially young people. It's a me lifestyle. You know what I mean? A team me, team no sleep. If I call you out on some nonsense you're doing, and you say, no, me, I don't like negative people, bro. You know, I'm all about my peace. I'm all about my zone, bro. I don't want negative. The person is not being negative. They're just calling you out on a thing. Why, for example, did you become a part of this initiative? And how have you seen that impact people? Just randomly showing up at a stranger and going, hey, you've got beautiful teeth, and then walking away.
Mine is actually a funny story.
Okay.
Initially, it was because of my brother. My brother decided to, put me on because he was like, dude, let's do something different. You can't waste a year around without actually doing good in this world. So I was like, okay, let's do it, bro. No problem. Now with this RAKS team, oh my God, they've done so much, like literally so much.
Yeah.
I've seen people like basically always be happy for entire day. People that would be like, look, I haven't expected any help from anyone in the longest. But what you guys did for me today, honestly, it gave me hope that someone actually cares out in this world.
Yeah.
And it was not even alone in this world, you see. So RAKS has been doing a lot of stuff, and I'm actually to say that I'm proud of it. I'm really proud of the team.
Awesome stuff. I want you to recall any moment at all that you could say, well, this specific event for me stood out because it had intrinsic value or intrinsic meaning to me and sort of to the people that were involved. Talk to me about any other moment you can remember and say, that was a very memorable time for me.
A few weeks ago, or like a few weekends ago, we gave some homeless guys we wanted to give some homeless people food, and a few of the guys actually took us to see where they live in the library, and it's sad to see because I think many of us are so focused and we don't have a larger perspective of what's actually happening, because I'm comfortable in my bed, whatever, but we don't necessarily think about, okay, that guy, he's sleeping on a cardboard box behind the library store or something like that. So I think it was incredible to see how even in those circumstances, like one of the guys says, like, he questions God, like, why does he have to go through this? But every morning he wakes up and thanks God for waking him up and allowing him to see another day. And I think that's what stood out for me, because even in his tough time, he still remembers there is a God and he has hope, he has faith.
That's interesting, man. Wow, okay. Why did you do it? Why did you become a part of RAKS? I'm just asking because, membership things, I want to make sure that, hey, before I am an ambassador, they're wearing caps and RAKS shoes. I know for sure. Yeah.
For me, I joined RAKS because of actually a friend of mine, or someone that I know rather.
Yeah.
Is a very compassionate girl. She's most of people know her. Martha Festus. She runs food storage program in the location.
Yeah.
And she also runs menstrual poverty advocacy program
Mhm.
where this type of initiatives from will run for competition for charity box. I think something like that.
Yeah.
Where if you win, then you win the charity box, and then they'll give something to your initiative.
Oh.
Yes. So that's really like just the idea behind the charity box was really something nice because
Mm.
this type of initiatives need support
Yeah.
because they cannot pull through alone, and that really inspired me and touched me. Like I was like, yo, that group, I love it.
You wanna be a
If
part of that
no,
group?
for that time I didn't know they are gonna bring out membership.
Oh,
program.
okay.
So I just like if one day I want to be like RAKS. I want also to help out initiatives. Like,
I like that. I think before we close it off now here, for somebody that's watching us and thinking, where exactly then can they get help from? One of the other issues that we're facing, we know this ambulance, we know the emergency numbers, we know the ambulance, we know the police numbers, but it's so difficult because we don't know the institutions to go to when we just know that we need either somebody to talk to or we're clearly battling a mental issue. Are there services like that made available for people?
Yes.
Mm.
If you observe any abnormal behavior to your friend or your family member, you can seek professional help at mental health care center. You will need a referral to get assistance there from a clinic or a hospital.
Okay.
Yeah, you can also talk to a social worker, a psychologist, psychiatrist.
Mhm.
Yes.
All right. I think without wasting much time, because our time is up now, let me say thank you so much for coming on the show. You know, we're talking about it at the beginning, hey, maybe it's going to be tough. And I was like, you guys, just relax, man. Own the show. And you guys actually really did own the show, so thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for coming and showing us a random act of kindness with your smiles on the show. So for somebody watching us right now, the idea that they were taking a look at mental health awareness, and remember that it's not a movement, it's not a brand, it's not a hashtag, it's a real thing. And if you've got a family member, if you've got yourself, if you've got a loved one that you know is battling this thing, I beg you, please find professional help. Certain things, God bless people that we don't pray things away. We can't pray trauma away necessarily. Trauma needs to be dealt with psychologically.